One, two, three. One, two, three, four. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nahmadu wa nusalli ala Rasulil Kareem. My dear super subscribers, well wishers, and viewers, I am Masood Ahmad Channa here, and you are watching my YouTube channel Variety Stores. Today is 31st live stream. Date is 5th September 2025. The time here now is 4 past 2 minutes. The temperature here is 32.2 degrees Celsius, whereas the humidity is 69%. Climatic conditions are rainy days are ahead. So this live stream that is conducted on daily basis at 1600 hours, that is 4 p.m. in Pakistan, and the duration for this live stream is from 5 to 15 minutes. During these days, we are covering up the topic of dehydration of fruits and vegetables so that they should be preserved for the season off season, and it can be exported as well. So there are so many methods of dehydrating. So some of the methods are the conventional methods, then the solar system, then you see the LPG gas also can be used for this dehydration, and then IR technology, infrared technology, then liquid nitrogen, and then dry ice. So there are so many methods by which you can dehydrate your fruit and vegetable. So you see that in Pakistan, there's a bumper crop each year, and the excess crop that is there, and it is necessary that the excess crop, instead of spoiling it, it is better to dehydrate it so that it may be further used when the season is off, and it can be exported as well. Pakistan is already exporting these fruits and vegetables in dehydrated forms. So you see that today in this session, I will try my level best to compare the different types of dehydrating methods. And you see that for this purpose, you see there's a one conventional method. And this method, which personally I disagree with this because there are so many flaws and so many disadvantages of this method. For example, when you are using this method, then what happens that you are spreading your crop in the open atmosphere under the open sun, and because of this reason what happens that lot of space is required, one thing. Secondly, direct sun rays, ultraviolet rays, they are penetrating into the fruit or vegetable that you are dehydrating. Because of this, the color of that commodity is fade, and it does not appeal that much. And in the same way, the because it is exposed to open atmosphere, then what happens is that the dust that accumulates on these products, and then again the bacteria, the virus, the flies, the insects, they may attack on that open fruit that you are dehydrating. What happens is that in the day, because the sun is there, sun heat is there, the evaporation takes place, and the fruit that shrinks and that becomes dehydrated as the water that evaporates from that. But when the sun is sinking and the night starts, evening time, the temperature drops down, and in the midnight or early in the morning, you'll find that the humidity that is increased, and because of the humidity which is increasing, what happens that it again penetrates into the fruit, and so therefore it takes more time. So when you are using this method, then what happens that time is taken more. So therefore but this is method, and this is in use. So therefore there are other, so many other good methods by which you can dehydrate in the fruits and vegetables. So for this, the one common and popular method is called as solar system. In solar system, what happens is that there is a cabinet type or pillar type, is a cabinet or something like that. So structure. So what happens that in that there are trays installed, and that can be small in size, that can be bigger in size, anything. So in that solar system, what happens that mostly outside the system structure that is painted black in color, because black color that attracts maximum heat, and as you know that white color that reflects the heat. So the black color is usually painted on the structure outside, so that the maximum heat should penetrate into the chamber of that solar system, and the inside temperature that is rised up, and because of that heat evaporation process takes place, and your stuff that is dried up in this solar system. At the same time, you can use electric rods through electricity. That is automatic system. When the solar system is down, the temperature is down, then automatically this electric system will start, and your product that will be heated up. So you see that this electric rods, they are there for this purpose. You can use electric rods, or you can use ceramic bulbs as well. In ceramic bulbs, they are operated by electricity, and they get heated up, and they don't get fused more, and therefore their heating capacity is more. That's good to use in the solar system as well, along with the electric rods and all these things. So when combined in solar system, you can make use of these things. And then again, the main purpose is that you have to provide heat in the heating chamber, so that the evaporation process should take place from the fruit and vegetable, and it should be dried up. So you see that LPG gas, you can make use of LPG gas also. A cylinder you may install, and through this cylinder automatic system is there, and by that the heat is provided in the heating chamber. So mainly it is in use when the winter season is there, or during the night time when the temperature drops down to maintain the temperature. In the daytime also you can use it, but in the night time when the temperature is dropping down, then LPG gas is to be used to heat up the chamber, to keep the chamber temperature high. In the same way, Pakistan is a country where natural gas is there, and because of that natural gas that is available in most of the parts of Pakistan, through natural gas also, that you can heat up the heating chamber, and because of this result, the heating chamber is heated up, the temperature is rise from 55 to 60 degrees centigrade, and in this way the evaporation takes process takes place, and your fruit and vegetable that is dried up. This is also the way that you can dehydrate your fruit and vegetable. Another latest technology, that is IR technology, infrared light. So you see that this is my favorite technology, you can say, because there are so many benefits of this infrared technology. In this technology, what happens is that heat is generated, and that heat that is generated is not wasted in the air, but it is directly penetrating into the fruit or vegetable, and the activity is created in that fruit and vegetable, and the water vapors, they evaporate much quicker. Because of using this technology, what happens that your time of dehydrating your fruit or vegetable that becomes short, and the final product that you are getting, that looks very nice, because the color of that commodity does not fade, and in the same time the shape does not fade, and the texture that remains as such, and the vitamins, fiber, minerals, they remain intact. So this is the best technology. It requires less energy, and all the benefits are there. So therefore, IR technology, through IR technology also you can dehydrate your fruits and vegetables. This can also be done through that thing also. And it's a light, infrared light that works there. The other method, these are the methods by which you are providing heat to your stuff. And there are other methods also. In that method, you don't have to provide heat, but you're cooling down your product. And by cooling down, also you can dehydrate your fruit, because when you're cooling down your product, then the evaporation process takes place at all temperatures. So therefore you see that when you are cooling down, then also the evaporation process is taking place, and by that method also you can dehydrate your fruit. So for this cooling down process, there are two popular processes. That is the nitrogen gas you can use, and the dry ice you can also use for this purpose. When you are doing nitrogen gas, then what happens that, as you know, that the temperature of liquid nitrogen gas, that is so low, and when you are dipping your product in that nitrogen gas, then what happens that your product that solidifies, it becomes in solid form, and the water crystals, they are made in that stuff. And then what happens that you are keeping that product in solid form into the vacuum chamber, and the vacuum is created. Because of this process, what happens that the excess water that is evaporated from that fruit or vegetable, and your fruit and vegetable that are kept intact, and the shelf life produced in this way, that is increased to more than 5 years, 25 years, like that. You can, depending upon the way how you tackle your fruit vegetable, how you are storing it, all these things, they depend. So while you are using this process, then what happens that the shelf life is increased more than the process by which you are heating up. So this is more appealing. And but at the same time, this cooling method, that is risky as well, because you know that liquid nitrogen, if it touches your body part, then the frostbite may happen. So therefore you have to be very much careful about that. But the texture and all the things, they remain as such. The shape is wonderful, and in the market you get the maximum price when you are drying up your fruit or vegetable through this liquid nitrogen process. In the same way, you can dry up your fruit or vegetable by dry ice. The dry ice is the carbon dioxide gas that is cooled down, and it becomes solidifies. So this is the, it is also very appealing and very good and effective method. The best and effective method, that is dry ice, because it is less, you have to take less care about all these things, and it is not as much risky as the nitrogen gas is. So because of this dry ice, you know that this carbon dioxide, when it is in form of dry ice, then when it can, you cannot stop the process of evaporation from the dry ice. So therefore it will continue. So there are precautions are to be taken while you are using dry ice. Precautions in the sense that the container should be well ventilated, and because the evaporation takes place at all temperatures, and this the process of evaporation from dry ice, that is continuous process. So if you are putting it into a airtight container, then it's possible that it may get burst. So therefore, these are the some of the methods by which you can dry up your stuff, vegetables and fruits. For this purpose, we are working there. We have made a model VS55. So through that model, the fruits and vegetables, they are dehydrated, and then they are exported, or they are available in the local market as well when the season is off. So, my dear super subscribers and viewers, this is necessary that you subscribe the channel. If you're interested in watching this type of video, then you are requested to please subscribe the channel. When you are subscribing the channel and hitting the bell icon, then what happens that the upcoming video that is received to you in well in time, and you will be updated on this matter, on this subject. So this live session is conducted on daily basis at 1600 hours, that is 4 p.m. in Pakistan, and you may drop your comments in the comment box section. And the second day, the following day, I will try to give the answer of your queries that you are making. So thank you very much for your watching the video. Thank you very much for your time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.